Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your reader, Stephanie, and today's reading is about your person and messages from their higher self. So we're going to be tapping into their highest version of themselves. This would be the spirit that comes through into them, not their 3D person per se, but more the elevated person that is connected to source, the one that is at their truest form, very divinely guided and full of love for you. So it doesn't matter who this person is. They could be romantic, platonic, familial. We'll see who this is as we dive into the readings, but we have 4 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have this red calcite. Pile 2, we have black tourmaline. Pile 3, we have this gorgeous green calcite, and pile 4, we have this honey calcite sphere. Yes, honey calcite. So take a few deep breaths, take a few moments to think of your person, allow messages to come through, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the red calcite, then we have your reading. I want to say it's called fire calcite as well. I can't remember, but it's gorgeous little burgundy-ish rusty red color. I love this calcite. It's actually usually in my car, but I decided to switch out my crystals, so now it's here in the home with me. So something about cars is coming through. Either you like to go on road trips with this person, or you've been in their car a lot. Something about cars is coming through with this particular individual. Also, I did have a song for you. Hosier's Too Sweet. You're too sweet for me. And what is coming through is somebody who is very different from you, but regardless is still very much a part of your life, or maybe used to be. I feel like they are still in it somehow. How close they are, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and tap into your oracles to see who this person is. They got the most of the animal cards, by the way, so let's start with those. We have Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide, number 10. I'm being shown the 10 of Wands here for some reason. We have Be Spirit, sweet results await. What did I say? Too sweet. But I don't think the entire song meaning is applied to you, pile 1. Like, I'm just letting you know that, because I know it's one of those songs that could be taken a certain way, but that's not how it's being taken. Number 21, Dove Spirit, be peace. You bring this person peace for sure. You bring them a lightness that they are not used to. And they themselves, I feel like they're the Buffalo Spirit. They have very varying opinions about you, pile 1. Like, they have a lot to say, and I feel like they've seen many aspects of you as well. But they themselves are this Buffalo Spirit. They can be a Taurus, because the buffalo is one of the Taurus animals, along with the bull. But there's something about their abundance coming through, or their hard work coming through, and you are the peace and sweetness that comes into their life. So this person could be like a parent, it could be a partner that works hard for you. Regardless, this is somebody who really enjoys the lightness you bring. We also have from the Audacity Deck the Tower, number 36. And Libra Spirit, relationships. An outstretched hand. Connecting with other people can provide comfort. The exchange of ideas, fun, or intimacy. Do you need to reach out your hand to offer or receive more support? Do you have the right balance of contribution and reciprocation in your partnerships? Yeah, is this somebody who's close to you? Because I do get the feeling that they very much adore you with the Libra Spirit here. You're very much in a type of relationship with them that, again, doesn't have to be romantic. I feel like it could also be a friend or somebody you are platonic with, possibly family if you see them like friends, but I feel like it's more either love or friendship. But regardless, there is a feeling here that they want to take care of you. I'm going to get a card from the I Am So Totally Into You deck. I am live shuffling this one. This is going to be an opinion, or not opinion, a thought they have of you, or their overall look on you. I feel like they have very strong opinions about you, believe it or not. Let's see, we have... Once upon a time, there was a boy who loved a girl, and her laughter was a question he wanted to spend his whole life answering. This is Nicole Krauss, The History of Love. So yeah, this is somebody who loves you coming through, whether you're dating them or in a committed relationship. It could also be a friend, like I said, especially if this is somebody you like to laugh with a lot. But this is somebody who loves you, essentially. It took them a while to figure that out, but they definitely love you. And whether you're in a connection with them or not, again, I feel like you could be dating. You may have just met this person. Or if I don't know, maybe they've known you for a long time. Regardless, they are enchanted by you, because the feeling I'm getting is that it took them a while to realize exactly all the goodness you brought into their life. I feel like, again, when you first met, you were very polarizing to each other. Like, you felt that you wouldn't really get along for whatever reason. Maybe you weren't each other's types, or maybe you were just so different. But there was something that kept coming back for the both of you. Like, you kept being drawn to each other, or you kept looking out. There's a sense of a familiarity with this person. So I feel like you were very comfortable when you met this person, especially because I'm thinking of Taurus with this particular card, and they don't have to be a Taurus, but I am thinking of how comfort is a big thing for Tauruses. It could also be Scorpio, because sometimes the opposite sign will feel a lot like that same sign. But regardless, there is an abundance here, or a feeling that they can really go the distance with you, that you will both work either just as hard as them or help them grow their abundance, if that makes sense. It's like you contribute to this relationship, you contribute to whatever it is that their expectations are. I'm not sure why I said expectations, but you contribute to the life that you both want to create together, or even to the relationship itself. Because even though we have bees, and bees are very cute and tiny and delicate, they work hard too. I mean, think of all the honey they make, think of the hives they have to create. They are very hardworking, but they're so tiny, and you kind of want to protect them. I mean, they're very cute, and that's how they see you, Pile 1. They see you as something sweet and delicate, both because you create sweetness within their life and because you're hardworking. And people kind of take that for granted, or they wouldn't believe that you do. With Dove, though, your energy is very peaceful, because I'm kind of feeling your energy through how they're perceiving it. You're like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. You're a breath of yeah, I guess a breath of fresh air on a very muggy day. Like, they adore everything that you have to offer. If they're not already in a relationship with you, they're going to want to be, especially if this is a friend, because that friendship energy kept coming through. So I'm wondering if they're like just a friend right now, or somebody you're just dating or seeing casually, but they definitely want to offer their hand to you. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like they would really want to take it to the next level, whatever that is, because when I think of a hand, I think of a hand in marriage, but it doesn't have to be that, of course, especially if you don't want that. But there's definitely a feeling here that you're with them through thick and thin. I feel like this Tower card definitely means that there has been some upheaval that you have seen them through, or that you've seen. Yeah, I feel like you've seen them through. You've helped them through something. Maybe it was when you met. Maybe it has been a little bit more recent than that. But that was really a test to see, not that they created it, but it was like life threw that test at the both of you to see how you would better match up, or how you would better handle things as you went on within your lives. And I feel like they definitely noticed this, because this person, they're very no nonsense. They're not, I mean, they might be a little bit slow to realize things, but they're not stupid. They understand something good when they see it. Taurus knows the value of everything. So when they see the things that you have to offer, they know that you're somebody worth keeping. You're somebody way more valuable than anybody would ever know. I mean, think about how valuable pollination is to our earth. I mean, it allows food to grow. It allows crops to grow. It can be a little bit burdensome. I live somewhere where there's a lot of pollen, like it just dusts everything. But it's necessary for our earth to grow, you know? You're a very necessary thing. I feel like for them, or at the very least, they see the value of you in somebody's life. Like, they understand all that you do for both your life, your livelihood, and for them. But again, it comes with a sense of peace. And I feel like when these two cards get together, you're just somebody who's able to go places. There's a lightness to you that they really like. Like, I don't think you understand. And they themselves have a hard time feeling that, because I mean, they're the buffalo. That's a very heavy animal. They're very big and heavy, and they're very grounded for sure. And I'm not saying that they are heavy, or that they're, any way like that, but they're definitely a very stable presence within your life. They're able to provide for you. They're able to nurture you even, because I'm seeing like the comfort a buffalo's hide gives on a cold day, So I really do love this. I feel like you both pair very well. As for you, Pile 1, you could have Gemini placements, because whenever I see birds and bees, I think of Geminis for some reason. The amount of Geminis I know with bee tattoos, like at least 3, my god. But there's definitely a feeling that you could have Gemini or Gemini placements, or you at the very least have that kind of energy where you're very talkative, you're light, you're youthful, You're very mentally stimulating for them, and they like that. Like, you're not somebody who's boring either. Like, I feel like in the past they may have gone for people who were very attractive, especially with this particular card, because these two folks, they're falling from the tower, but they're just taking selfies. And I'm thinking of the clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where, was it the mom? She's telling Kim, stop taking selfies, your sister could go to jail. You know, you're not that kind of person. You understand that if something, when the tough gets tough, you get tougher, or however it's said. Like, you know when it's time to get serious and when it's time to have fun. So yeah, you're definitely not somebody who's glued to your phone. And that could be the case too, pile one. I feel like you're not really too big into social media or even being online all the time. I mean, you clearly are at some point because you're here on YouTube, but I don't feel that you live by it, if that makes sense. As to where in the past they may have dealt with people who didn't really pay attention to them, or the people they were with had their attention elsewhere as opposed to them, because this person's a little bit old school. Doesn't matter what age they are, they're a little bit more old school. I feel like they really like nature. They like to do things face to face as opposed to online if they can, and I feel like you're the same way. But yeah, there's a feeling here that it took them a while to understand what it is they felt about you, but they really want to make you laugh for the rest of their life. I feel like you have a lot of fun with this person. I feel like the back and forth is really great. You both laugh with each other, because I'm seeing I'm seeing a smiling person who's laughing and just, you know, going silly with laughter. I feel like they love that the most about you, when they're able to make you smile or laugh. Like, it just makes their day. So yeah, this is your person, and I kind of love this energy. I love that their higher self is acknowledging that you are someone really amazing in their life. I am going to read from the Audacity, well, no, because I don't have the book with me, but if I'm trying to remember exactly what the Audacity deck had to say, I feel like we're just supposed to take this like the Tower card in tarot, where whatever it is that you helped them through was very disruptive. It could have been a breakup, because again, I'm seeing a person just on their phone, not paying attention to them, and maybe they had to let this person go because of this kind of behavior. So you were there for them, like as a friend, or to help them dissect this. Or I don't think you were definitely speaking when this happened, but you were not together, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't have any romantic inclinations towards each other. So it's not a third party situation, but I feel like this is something they really had to process or had to get over, and you just happen to be there to be a light when they needed it. So take that only if it resonates, of course, but you definitely helped them through something rather difficult in their life. But let's move on to the tarot portion to see what messages their higher self has for you. I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot. I really love this deck, and I wish it was better quality. This is my oldest deck. I wish the cards were bigger, because the artwork by Stephanie I can never pronounce her last name. I think it's Puy Moon Law. Are just amazing. I'll show you in a moment when I draw these decks, or sorry, these cards. So we're gonna have messages from their higher self and messages from their 3D self to see how they compare and contrast. Actually, let's do 3D here and then the 5D higher self here. Okay. So what their 3D self thinks of you or says to you in comparison to their higher self. 7 of Cups. Right now they see you as an option. Their 3D self is, again, they're processing something. It could be that Tower moment that was showing up in the oracles. We also have Death. Yeah, they're going through a transformation. They're changing. Their old ways are not working anymore. Like, the things they used to do are not giving them the same results. So they have to change. Let's see what else. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. Balance. They're balancing things out. 8 of Swords. They're understanding that they are in a problem of their own doing, if that makes sense. Let's get a connecting card. This is you. Ooh, 5 of Swords. You might have been in a disagreement with them, a win some, lose some, or you may have set boundaries. Because there's a feeling here that you might not be on great terms right now, which is very odd. Or maybe you've had to give this space. Let's look at the 5D to see what's going on. Okay, we have 6 of Wands, victory. 5 of Cups. Again, They're not seeing you, because the Five of Cups is disappointment, because all they can focus on is on what they've let go, but they're not seeing you back here and all the support that you have. Their higher self is telling you that they wish they would wake up and just see what a victory you are with the Six of Wands here. You're somebody worth fighting for. Let's see what else is coming through. The oracles are going to give us an indicator of what's going to go on in the future with you. We have the Star. You give them hope. You give them hope for something better. And Nine of Swords. This is a fear that it won't happen though, because it all depends on them. Back of the deck energy, Ace of Cups. There's definitely an emotional connection here. There's definitely a possibility for things here, but it's almost like it may not exactly happen because their 3D self right now is going through a lot. They're going through a big transformation. They're going through having to fix the problems that they themselves have created. Right now, they're seeing you as an option. So if you're dating around right now, I don't think they have too many other options, but if they do, they're not serious. I'm seeing you're one of their serious options, and I don't really like this energy. It's giving me like they have a roster or something like that. So they definitely have some growing up to do, because anytime I see energy like that, it's like, yeah, if this person thinks they have that many options and you're one of them, then it's time to let this go. And I feel like this is why the Five of Swords is here, because you yourself have given them boundaries, or you yourself have distanced yourself from them. And it could have come in the form of an argument or a disagreement, and you may have even told them this yourself, or you may have just decided to tone down the communication, because this is communication. But I feel like this is you. You've decided, I don't want this if this is how you're going to treat me. Because I feel like you're understanding, but only to a certain extent. Like I said, there was a friendship there, and maybe you both knew you had chemistry or something there. But because instead of taking this transformation in a more positive light, they're really just putting themselves in an energy of not seeing their own problems. And maybe you yourself have decided, or you have tried to show them what their problems are. You've tried to tell them exactly what it is that they need, or have tried to help. I don't feel like you're forcing them to do this. It's more like you're sharing your perspective, and you would hope that they really appreciate it. And I feel like they do, but at the same time, they're just in their own world. Because the Seven of Cups in this particular deck, I'm glad I chose it. It's making me think of like castles in the sky. It's making me think they have all these options here, but they kind of want to hold out for whatever is perfect, or whatever. It's FOMO. It's essentially FOMO, and it's weird that this is coming out this way. Like, they want to see what their options are, but it's like, and by no means am I saying anybody's perfect, because you're not going to be perfect, pile one, but at the very least, there's something there and they're not seeing it. It's like you're this one person trying to point at all the good stuff out here, and they're just here looking at this map, at these these cups. It's almost like whatever that person did to them, they're trying to do the same, because that's how they process pain. They process it by doing the things that people have done to them. It's very immature, honestly. I was going to say a sign, but I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with astrological signs. This person just needs to grow up a little bit, or at least that aspect of themselves. Doesn't matter how old they are. There's a sense here that they definitely need to grow up in order to transform. The Death card here is a phoenix. I am getting scorpionic energy, but this is also letting me know that they just need to change. And I'm not sure where they are in that road to transformation, in that process of transformation. I don't know where they are. I feel like they themselves don't know, because it's always like a back and forth. Like, some days they look better and some days they're just back to their old stuff. That's where the Two of Pentacles is coming here. They need to learn to balance this out. And I feel like they might go a little bit in circles with the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords in the Rider-Waite, I wish, it's honestly one of my favorite images, because it's like the best thing to imagine is this one person surrounded by swords with blindfolds. It can also be like self-victimization, which I feel applies to this person. They think because they're so hurt that they can hurt other people. But you're one of the few people who has come through and let them know exactly what's going on with them. I think they don't have many friends that they talk to their feelings about. And again, you're one of the few people who does this. But this is why this Five of Swords is coming through. You've set the boundaries. Five of Swords is a win some, lose some. So what they won is their own, whatever it is that they think they won. What they lost, though, is a little bit of your attention, for sure, your words of advice, and maybe some respect. I feel like you really had to turn away from them. You're like these black swans here, just going away with your swords, like, okay, let me go this way. And they're over here trying to pretend they're an angel, trying to defend themselves, but you're just like, okay, let me just fly away. Since you got wings with the doves and the bees and everything, let me just fly away from this, because clearly you're not listening, or clearly you don't want to see what is there. And then we have their higher selves. Their higher selves, their angels in particular, their guides, their spirit guides. You share similar spirit guides possibly, because I am getting a very similar feeling. Like they agree with what you've done to them. Like, yeah, take your time, walk away from them so that they can understand what it is that they're missing out on. Because they see you as the Six of Wands. They see you as victory. They see you as somebody who is capable of helping them through this. But the thing is, they also understand why you have to walk away. You're not here to carry this for them, Pile 1. You're not here to be their therapist. You're there as a friend to help them out with certain things, but you're not there to be a therapist. With the Five of Cups, they're not seeing you. You're this cute little goldfish. This is why I said I wish these cards were bigger, because they're very beautifully detailed. You're these cute little goldfish in these cups, and instead they're looking over here away. Even this fairy, you could see as their higher self trying to tell them, like, hey, look at this fish over here. Look how much they help you out. Look how much they cheer for you. This person adores you. They talk to you when you need a talking to. They're there for you to have fun with. You guys love to laugh. But instead, they just focus on the negative things. The star here is hope that one day this relationship will be better, or that at the very least you'll be on speaking terms. I really do feel you will, Pile 1. But where it goes from there is up to them, because the Nine of Swords, it can be anxieties, but it's also the notion of having to overthink a little bit. They're in their head too much. Their higher selves are aware of this. They're in their head too much, but they do give them the signs. They do give them the opportunities to approach you. The world does kind of root for you a little bit, because with the Ace of Cups, this is something that is meant for, oh, there we go, Queen of Cups. This is you. You're emotionally nurturing. Nine of Cups. You guys could have everything you ever wanted emotionally. This relationship has so much potential. And their higher spirit, their higher self wants to let you know that, yes, it's there. You're not delusional about it. But where this person is right now, they don't know if they will ever get there, or if they will get there on time. At the very least, they're very appreciative of your friendship for sure. But honestly, it's a little frustrating, Pile 1. But this is where they are. This is how it's going. These are the messages coming through. But let's go ahead onto the closing advice, because that's where we're going to see where this heads, as well as any closing messages they have for you. And I'm using quite a bit of cards here. We're going to start with the Gods and Titans deck. I've been overusing this deck. I kind of don't care, because I love it. I feel like we have enough goddesses out there when it comes to the decks. And even though I love them all, I work with a lot of them. There's something about this particular deck that helps balance out a lot of the more feminine energies that come through. Especially for this particular person, because I was getting a very... It's a masculine energy that doesn't know how to stand in its power. I'm not saying, you know, toxic masculinity, because I don't think it's quite there. But it's definitely like either underdeveloped masculinity, let's put it that way, because like I said, they have a little bit of growing up to do, regardless of their age. So for my Pile 1, Thoth, wisdom. Oh, I love this. I love this, because this is, if you've ever wondered who the magician is in the Rider-Waite Tarot is based off, it's this particular god. That's why he has the book. That's why he has the staff here. I'm going to read from the book in a moment. Let me get the rest of the cards. We're also getting a spirit animal, or spirit of animals oracle card, to see where you two stand, at least as of now. Ooh, we have snow leopard, self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So right now you're both doing your own thing. You're both very independent. You're both self-reliant as well. So I feel like you're not really seeking each other. You're both just doing your own thing. But you will cross paths. I feel because you're both very similar, you will have no option but to cross paths. You could work with this person. You could live in the same area. So it just happens naturally. You could also have the same friends in common. I'm also getting... This is from my self-made oracle, which is more love-based than anything. But I handle it very delicately because it's handmade paper. And I'm going to get 2 cards from this. There's an abundance of love here. Yeah, I feel like regardless of where this is, you still have a lot of love for this person, pile one. I can tell. Like, the boundaries you had to put up was for your own self-preservation. You didn't want to keep having to do the emotional work or to keep having to tell them the same thing over and over. You did it for a minute because you love this person. I feel like it's platonic at best, love there all the time. Like, you guys are just very comfortable with each other. Maybe you've known each other forever and you're like friends from a while ago, and this is why you have a hard time not expressing this to them. And then I'm getting this one. Go on, get loud. Get loud. I wonder if the both of you are just really loud together. What I'm seeing is this person likes to call out to you a lot. Like, whenever they see you, they call out your name, or you call out their name. I feel like when you're both together, you just light each other up. Yeah. And it comes very naturally. Even if you're both very quiet, even if you're both very reserved, when you're together, it's like two matches have struck and boom, there's a big fire. I feel like this is how people see you as well. So of course there's love there. Like, you both animate each other. You just get along with this person despite yourself, and they get along with you. Like, they really like you. Regardless of what you see, I feel like you both just, you inspire each other, really. Let me go ahead and read from the book before I go on to the next oracles. For Thoth here. I do need to see how this is pronounced because I feel like I've been mispronouncing it my whole life. Thoth, Egyptian god of knowledge. So they have Egyptian guides, by the way. Yeah, it's very interesting. Very old, wise guides. They might have that look about them too, that they're very, does not matter how old they are, not a single age was coming through. They have a lot of growing up to do because some of their guides are very old. Like, they walk a little bit more confidently than they should because they've lived many lifetimes. But from the book, trust that you know you know. Trust that you know you know. Discern and simplify all the opinions and information being directed at you. Equally at home with their feet in the mud of the river or gracefully gliding among the clouds, ibis are everywhere around the Blue Nile. This stately bird is the symbol of the wisest god in Egypt. The regal ibis is this bird, by the way. The regal ibis-headed god Thoth ruled over scribes, learning, wisdom, and in later periods mathematics. As he knows the most powerful words and invocations to use, he became a powerful god of magic. It is he who told Isis what spell to use to resurrect her dead husband, Osiris, and he assisted her again with the words to remove the poison from her son, Horus. You both share this guide. And part of the reason you love this person, they also share a lot of wisdom with you. You both share a guide similar to this, or it could be the god himself. You're both very good at speaking to each other, and you share wisdom with each other. Honestly, pile one, should you believe in this, you've had multiple past lives with this person, and in each past life, you've been able to really enrich each other with the things that you know. I feel like you've always been friends or family in past lives. Like, you know each other to your very core. You understand each other very well. And even if it's not a past life thing, I feel like this is the case in this very reading. There's a reason you're here to ask about this person after all. So yeah, like I said, you will always be part of them, because you share similar guides, and these guides impart wisdom on the both of you. But we also have the Cupid Says Tarot. This is messages from them. You don't have to take these romantically, like I said. There's a chance for romance here, but it's not all there because they've got stuff to go through. And maybe you do too, pile one. So for my beautiful pile one, I want to give up. Yeah, whatever it is that they're going through, they're having it rough. They may have even told you this, but they want to give up. Maybe you want to give up too, pile one. Like, you want to give up on this whole connection or this whole friendship because it's just, you're frustrated. It's not draining, but you're frustrated with them. If only we could travel back in time. Yeah, they would make better decisions about you. And maybe you would too. One or the both of you think this is irreparable damage, but it's not. Let's get one more card. Lie to me. How bad is this? Who here wants them to lie about what? I'm gonna get one more to clarify that one. Maybe they've lied to you and you caught them in this, and It's part of the reason you're frustrated. That this could be the whole reason you don't speak with this person as much as you used to, because you caught them in a lie and they made an excuse for it or whatever. And you just, yeah, disappointment here. Be patient. Yeah, be patient. They'll come around. I'm not saying you should wait for them, but they'll come around. They'll get out of this funk and you can go back to being friends or whatever it is that you want to be. But yeah, I feel like you just have to give them patience. Whether it'll ever be more than what you currently are is up to them. It's more them than you. But you right now, pile one, you can go do whatever it is that you want, because clearly there's no attachment. There's love here, but there's no attachment. But this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile one. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I am sending you and your person and your guides so much love, so much gratitude, so much power. I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose this beautiful black tourmaline, then we have your reading here for you about messages from your person's higher self. And it's interesting. I keep hearing Let's Get Loud by J-Lo. I don't know why that song is coming through. But regardless, we have 3 cards here for you for your oracles to get a glimpse into how exactly it is that they see you, who this person is, and what's going on, as well as any messages that may come through. So we have the Deer Spirit, number 18, bring a gentle touch. We also have Aries, vitality. A seedling sprouts through the soil. It's time to fully honor the miracle of your life. You do not need to do anything to be deserving of love and happiness. Just being alive is enough. Take some time to appreciate who and where you are. And the Lovers. This is somebody new, and it's definitely a love reading. So yeah, if you were expecting somebody who wasn't a like a lover kind of person, do check out the other piles. But this is somebody new in your life. They could be younger than you, because with 18, I think of like the age of adulthood in the US anyway. So they could be younger than you, or they could just have a youthful appearance or energy about them. But this is somebody who definitely has a very new, young kind of energy, even if they are not. Like you can be any age and have youthful energy. So this is what this person has, and this person definitely sees you as a lover, or you may see them as a lover. At the very least, your guides are telling you this would make a very great match, whoever this person is. I'm going to get a card from the I Am So Totally Into You deck to get a better view of who, well, we already know who this is, but of what they think of you, and maybe a little bit more into who they are. But I feel like you're already in a relationship with them, or you're at the very least dating, like exclusively. Like you don't have anybody else lined up, and I don't think they do either. I really feel like there's an innocence to them that lets you know that they're very honest about the things they want, but also a very frank kind of energy. Like they're very upfront about what it is that they want. So we have, in vain I have struggled, it will not do, my feelings will not be repressed. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. This is Jane Austen from Pride and Prejudice. This is Mr. Darcy saying this. So I'm not sure who Mr. Darcy is here, but there's somebody here who definitely represses their feelings and emotions and is a little bit hard to please. That's how I've always seen Mr. Darcy anyway. It could be this person. Maybe it took them some time to really admit that they have any feelings for you. But with Aries, I doubt it, because Aries is very frank and upfront about what they like and what they want. They could have a Venus in Aries. So again, very youthful energy. They could be a little bit bratty. I'm not going to lie. There's something here about them wanting to be spoiled by you, or liking being spoiled by you, or maybe you just like to spoil them. But this person is very sweet. I feel like they bring just such a sense of, like, I can't even put my words on it, but they definitely make you very excited, pile 2. Their higher self is coming through to let you know that the sweetness and the gentle touch they bring is something that you've been needing, and something that I feel really allows you to open up a little more, especially if one or the both of you have a hard time expressing your feelings. I feel like it could be the both of you, honestly, depending on how long you've known this person. But there was definitely love there. I feel like this is one of these people that when you meet them, you just know they're going to be somebody important in your life. You know that you're going to date them. There's not really a friendship phase. There's not really a, what's another word for it? If you dated, it was probably more exclusive than you'd like to admit. But this person is very very honest with you, especially if you feel that they haven't been, or they have like some kind of weird quirks about them that makes them seem they aren't. They actually are. And if they do lie, it's not on purpose. If they do seem secretive, again, it has nothing to do with you. They're not hiding anything. They just are very cautious and very the way I'm seeing it is like a deer making sure that the road is clear before they cross. They have had their heart broken a few times, so of course they carry their heart a little guarded. So if you ever see them just want to have some space, it's not you. It's them making sure that they're taking care of themselves, because this person is just they're very sweet. They're very I'm hearing they're a little sensitive as well, but they may not want you to know that. Like, I'm hearing this song, Girls Like Me Don't Cry. I forget who sings it, but yeah, girls like me don't cry. Girls like me pretend we don't cry. They don't have to be a girl, but they definitely don't want people to see them crying, or they don't want them to see them in a vulnerable state. It's very sweet. It's very cute. But there's a good balance of feminine and masculine energies here, believe it or not, because we do have Aries, a very masculine sign, very dominant sign, but then we also have the deer. And the deers are, at least this one, she looks like a doe. Very soft, very sweet, very gentle. And then with the lovers, I'm thinking of the lovers in the tarot, which is Gemini energy, combining two very different things to be one. This is combining the divine masculine and the divine feminine to be one beautiful entity within a person. I feel like this person is very well balanced with their energies. And maybe you've noticed this too, or maybe it's taken you by surprise, because I feel like when they've shown, depending on whatever gender they identify as, whenever they've shown the opposite energy that they typically are, for example, if they're a man when they show their feminine side, and when they're a woman when they show their masculine side, it took you by surprise how well they embodied that. Like, it didn't scare you off, it wasn't off-putting, but you were like, wow, this person actually doesn't really need me. They've got everything figured out. They know how to walk through life carrying both these things. I'm not saying that they don't need anybody, but energetically and emotionally they probably don't, because they really had to learn to be their own person. Like I said, they've been heartbroken so many times before, and that's only made them have to strengthen up whatever thing that they needed most in their life. They're probably very independent. I am getting that with Aries, but they don't seem that way, because deers don't seem like they would be able to fight you, you know? They just look sweet and gentle. But again, they're surprisingly very independent. Surprisingly, they can fight back. They do have a bite to them. Deer will not hurt you, but I feel like this one will, should they have to. Yeah, I'm being shown weird imagery. I don't even know where from, but I'm seeing a deer have a shotgun himself, like, oh, you thought you could hunt me? Nah, I'm gonna hunt you. That's the energy that is coming through with this person. They're very funny. I feel like they're funny without having to try and be funny. They just have a silly way of going about life. So yeah, this person taps into both their feminine and masculine sides very well, because they know it's natural to do so. They have no shame in it. And I feel like this is part of the reason you were attracted to them, because you fell for them very easily. But they have that about them. I feel like a lot of people could fall for this person. This person is just very charismatic. Doesn't matter how quiet or loud they are, because I did hear let's get loud in the beginning. Doesn't matter how quiet or loud they are, because this particular card makes me think of them being quiet, but I don't think they really are. They're very charismatic and people like them. Like, they have a likable energy. And a lot of people have fallen for them. I'm here to tell you, Pile 2, watch out. People will want to have this person because they're just very likable. They're very sweet. And it's interesting that you chose the black tourmaline, because, I mean, look at this stone. It's very dark, very rigid. Like, it's broken in places. It looks rough. And it definitely goes with this Aries card, but it doesn't really go with all these other cards. We got this beautiful pink color, the lovers, and deer. This person really has had to go through some things, and this is why they are how they are. Their character has developed over the things that they've had to overcome. And when it comes to you, Pile 2, I'm not saying that you're an option, but if it doesn't work out with you, this Aries will come through. They know when they have to get up and go if it doesn't work out with you. Like, they can love you as much as they can love anything. They have a lot of love to pour into anybody. But I really feel that if something doesn't work out, they will fight for it at first. They will. They'll give all the signs, they'll bring up all the conversations, but then they'll get up and leave if they really have to. But it's not without a fight. Aries doesn't back down without a fight. Doesn't matter how sweet and gentle your person is, they do not back down without a fight. I need you to understand that. So, because they've had to leave a lot of people. because they wouldn't match up to the things that they wanted and were needed, or because they've been taken advantage of. So yeah, I really love this. I actually like that Pride and Prejudice came through here, because a lot of these things may be mirroring yourself as well, pile 2, because what's her name? Was it, I forget the lady's name. Was it Jane, or was it, I don't know, whoever Keira Knightley was in that movie, and Mr. Darcy, they struggled at first because they were actually very similar, but there was like some fighting here. So I'm not sure if you always liked this person, or if there was a little bit of tension when you first met, or like something there where it didn't click right away, but once it did, it clicked hard, you know? Like you fell very hard once you saw what this was all about. Once you saw what this person was all about. I'm not sure if you saw their feminine or masculine first. I don't think it matters. When you saw that opposite side to them, you were like, okay, this makes sense. I actually like this. Because Mr. Darcy had to see Elizabeth. That's her name, Elizabeth. He had to see her intelligence in order for him to like fall for her, if that makes sense. Because it wasn't her looks that he fell for. It was her intelligence. I'm not saying this is also the case here, pile 2, but there's definitely a feeling here that they had to see a very different side to you in order to fall for you. Or you had to see a different side to them in order to fall for them. I'm not sure who was who here. I feel like there's a lot of mirroring within this particular pile. You could also have very similar higher selves. You could share the same guides, essentially. I see that a lot within people who date or are meant for each other. But regardless, let's move on to the tarot to see what else is coming through. I am using the Shadowscapes Tarot today because it is my oldest, trustiest deck. Well, I don't know about trustiest, but definitely my oldest deck. This deck has seen me through a lot of weird phases. Likewise, you will see a lot of weird phases of this person too, pile 2. Yeah, lots of mirroring here. Okay, so for my pile 2, how I'm doing this is going to be their 3D self. This is the person they are physically, currently, right now, what they're going through. The middle will be your energy, pile 2, and this side will be their higher self and more messages that they want to get through. So let's look at your person and how they are right now in the 3D, in their physical body, in the human meat space. So we have the 4 of Pentacles. They're holding on to something very tightly. They recently let go of something, but they haven't let go entirely, but they are holding on to something. It could be their finances. Maybe they're trying to keep their finances in check. We also have the moon. Ooh, lots of subconscious stuff rising to the front. You might see some of this. You might have to see them in a vulnerable space. Give them the respect they need when you see this. Five of Cups, yeah. They might be dwelling on the negative a little bit. I feel like that's a tendency they have from time to time whenever things aren't going their way or when things are getting a little difficult. 5 of Pentacles. They are just in their own world. They are developing emotionally. And part of it has to do with letting go. Part of it has to do with not seeing what's in front of them. And part of it has to do with a lack mentality. Yeah, so they're in a weird space. In fact, all of these people are facing that way, looking behind to the past. And in the oracles, the deer was also looking that way. They're looking at their past. And they could be comparing you to some things in their past as well, especially because the lovers came out. I feel like they're comparing you to past lovers and how you will measure up to them. And don't take this personally. I feel like we all do this from time to time. Pile 2, you could be doing this to them as well. You may remind them of somebody. But in a good way. Like you remind them of the good things. So your energy right now, you are the Hanged Man. Again, you're shifting your perspective. You're seeing a side to them you've never seen before, and that side is making you like them. And then their higher self is going to be the 5D self over here. Another way to read this is they could be changing their mind about you as well, in a good way. Let's see, higher self. Yeah, the lovers is coming through. Wow. Their higher self is definitely approving of this relationship. I think you're aware that this person is having to handle some subconscious things, so definitely give them the space. I feel like you already do because you're very respectful. We also have the 10 of Wands, burdens. This is very interesting. Let me put the rest of them down. We have the Ace of Swords, new ideas, fresh ideas. You are both going to embark on something Very transformative here with the Ten of Wands. And I typically don't read it that way, but I got excited when I saw this. You're both undertaking something massive here to advance both of yourselves. Wow, your higher self has a lot to say. Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, their higher self has a lot to say. Work and Page of Swords. You're both going to start something new here. You have a new idea. Back of the deck, Ten of Swords. You're undoing certain systems. I don't know what it is that you do with this person. I don't know where you know them from. You could work together because the Wands makes me think of work or burdens. You could already be partners with this person. And especially if you already have a business together, I feel like this emotional state that your person is in is going to allow you both to better work on things, because believe it or not, your person, whenever they are in a weird emotional state, they really dive themselves into work. They really focus on other things, on the physical things, so they don't have to feel. So it's going to benefit your projects, it's going to benefit your abundance, it's going to benefit your finances and business, but you really have to step in and be this caring person for them. Allow them to take their breaks. Allow them to feel nurtured. Especially with the Lovers here, you have to step up and make sure that they are being taken care of. With the Ace of Swords, though, they're going to get some great ideas. This is like, you know, when like musicians break up and they write like the best album ever. Yeah, because I'm thinking of Shakira, how she divorced and has had one of the best comebacks ever since, has released some good music. It's that kind of energy. This person, because they're going through something, it's allowing them to create their best work. You have to be there in order to balance this out, because your higher self is letting you know you love this person. It's quite clear. You both adore each other. So make sure you're taking care of them. Make sure you are being there to guide them through the things, because I know for a fact this person does the same thing for you, Pile 1. That gentleness that was coming through in the beginning with the oracles, I know you've seen that. I know you've benefited from that. So this is your higher self reminding you to make sure you're there for them as well, because they're going to want to throw themselves into the work. They're going to want to do all these things. They're going to want to create idea after idea. Make sure you're reeling them back to reality, making sure that they're being taken care of. I'm not saying you're going to do all the work for them, but it's definitely a feeling here that you are a distraction for them, and it's something really good. So if they're working too hard, maybe take them out on a date. If you see that they're a little bit too much in their emotions, maybe bring them back to reality. And I feel like they do this for you too. Like, you both love this side of them, but at the same time, you know you have to take care of it. You have to nurture it. You know? It's like, you know, it's a weird example I'm being shown. When a parent is watching their child practice or rehearse for a play or something, or a dance or something, like a dance recital, like they love how much that they really enjoy this and that they have passion, but they have to tell their kids when to stop. It's like, hey, come on, it's time for dinner, or hey, come on, it's time to go to sleep. It's that kind of energy. And I feel like you both nurture each other very well. The fact that the Lovers came out twice, I feel like you're already in a relationship with this person, or at the very least, it's very likely you will be. Like, there's no doubt you will be. It wouldn't surprise me if you're already married. I feel like some of you already are. But the fact that the Ten of Swords came out here, your person is not having an easy time. It doesn't matter what mask they're wearing, because here in the Moon card, I love how she has a mask right there. And I forget what this is. But yeah, she's got masks right here. Take off that mask and allow them to feel how they feel. Because it's going to affect you as well, you know. Whatever your person feels, I feel like they're very psychically linked to you, especially with the Moon here. They're very psychically linked. So you will end up feeling this as well. What's underneath this? Knight of Cups. Yeah. This is you. Their knight, their nurturer, the knight in shining armor. Underneath that, justice, balance. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, this could be a little bit of a test before you take it on to the next level, whatever that level may be, because I feel like you're for sure together, or you're for sure dating. If you're not, it's not going to be too long before they decide that, yeah, they want to go steady with you, make it official, whatever you want to call it. There's definitely a feeling here that you were meant to see them through this phase, not just to fall more in love with them, but to help them through it. And I really like this because let's face it, I know we're not meant to take on all the emotions and energies of people. We're not meant to be people's therapists. That's what I want to say. We're not meant to take it all on. But we are meant to help them through it. We are meant to nurture them, to be that balance, just the way we want people to be that for us. It all depends on where this is. Again, there's a lot of mirroring within this particular pile, so it wouldn't surprise me if the same happened for you. It's going to happen to the both of you before you take get to the next level or before you fully commit, if you're not already committed. So definitely acknowledge when your person needs help, because they have a hard time asking for help. The fact that I'm speaking very softly in this entire reading when I typically don't, or I don't always, lets me know that they need a soothing voice right now, and that could possibly be you, Pile 2. But yeah, I love this energy. Also, lots of air energy is coming through. The Lovers is Gemini, the Hanged Man is Aquarius, or no, sorry, Pisces. Lots of water coming through. A combination of water and air, because we have all these swords and all this water. So we have Pisces and Pisces again. They could be a Pisces. We also have Gemini here. The moon is also making me think of Cancer, of course. And the Hanged Man, I've always kind of also associated with Aquarius for whatever reason. I don't think it's an Aquarius card, but that's just how I see it. I sometimes don't agree with the astrological versions of the tarot, because they're just so different for me. I studied both astrology and tarot extensively. That's just how I am. But let's go on to the oracles to see where we are. So let's get a animal spirit card. This is going to be your relationship right now, where the both of you are together. You got 2 cards. Freedom, horse. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. This is your person right now. They're just go, 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 but not really stopping to see how they feel. They have a sense of freedom because, like I said, they have recently let something go. But yeah, they're following their purpose, but there's something here about them needing to rest. And then we have buffalo, bison, abundance, sacred buffalo. Cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. If you were called to pile 1, I would definitely ask you to go back to that one, because the buffalo did come up there. But there's a feeling here that this is you wanting to bring this nourishment to them. Again, they're looking to the past and you're looking to the future, but also to the now. Some of you could have children together, or you may end up having children together. But there's a feeling here that you're both on, there's a lot of love here, there really is, but you're both looking in different directions right now, and that's not meant to be permanent. That just means that you have to redirect them to the present, because they're looking to the past a little bit more than they should. I'm also going to get a card from the Gods and Titans deck. We have Garuda, travel. Something about traveling is coming through here, because I associate horses with travel, especially like back in the old days, people used to travel by horse. So maybe you're both going to travel, but I'm also seeing this as going to new places. This is heading forward, heading to the future. Yeah, you're being asked to direct them to the future, because right now they keep looking at the past, or they keep comparing future things to the past as well. Something about comparison is big with your person right now. And their higher self is asking you to bring them forward, to bring them to the current space. I'm going to get 2 cards from myself. My handmade oracle. This is handmade paper. This is why it looks like this. A little junky. There is an abundance of love here. This came out in the first pile as well. You ground yourself through more light. Yeah, they need grounding. Their higher self is saying that they need grounding. And I feel like you yourself are a very grounding presence, pile 2. So definitely impart that within them. Again, I'm not saying you're going to do all the work here, but right now they really need your help. I'm also going to read from the book for Garuda, because I'm not very familiar with him, but maybe that'll give us a clue into what's going on here with your person. I'm also hearing that you need to make sure they're eating well. They could be the kind of people who forget to eat. Yeah, it's funny. Their higher self is very nurturing, and they know you're also very nurturing. So it's funny that they come through and ask you to do a lot of things for them. But from the book, Garuda, travel. Travel opens your experience and expands the self. Whatever journey you wish to take, you are protected. From a great golden bird body god Garuda was born. The cosmic shock of the crack lit up the universe, and he was so powerful that all beings, including the other deities, shook in terror. Reducing his size and energy to make himself more friendly to the gods, Garuda flew from heaven to earth, delivering nectar. Like I said earlier in the oracles, this person has a sweet side to them, but when they get mad, they get mad. Or whenever, they have the capability to induce fear in people. And I'm not sure what it is that they do. I think they might just be a very powerful person as well, pile 2. And I think you know this. But I'm seeing somebody who is typically very docile, very sweet. And when they get mad, like everybody just ducks and covers. Not saying that they're a menace or anything, but like people do not like it when this person gets mad because they know they have all the resources at their disposal to dispose of them. Yeah, people feel that they become disposable when this person gets mad. So maybe they have a very stressful job. Maybe they overlook a lot of people because I'm seeing like a manager or a CEO. But because they love to work so much, they forget to focus on their self. All right, and then I'm going to get a few cards from the Cupid Says Oracle. This is going to be messages from their higher self for you. So, pile 2. We have wait for me. Yeah, they know that they're going through something. Their higher self knows that they're doing a lot, so they're asking you to wait for them. Like, give them some patience for sure. Make me believe. Yeah, like, I don't know what it is that they've lost faith in. It could be love. Maybe they want you to make them believe. They're looking for a sign, is what I'm hearing. All right, and then one last card. The end is near. The end of something is near. Very cryptic. I'm feeling that the end of whatever this weird phase they are currently going through is near. Back of the deck. Once bitten, twice shy. Yeah, they're just... When it comes to love, they don't know if this... Like, I feel like in their head, they've made up their mind that if it doesn't work out with you, it's not going to work out with anybody else. And not to put any pressure on you, pile 2, but like, this is just their mentality. Again, bring them back to center, ground them. I feel like you could both benefit from a vacation with travel here. You could benefit from a vacation where you could both really speak to each other about what's going on, enjoy some time relaxing, enjoy some time. If they need time apart as well while you're on vacation, you can give them that. But there's definitely a sense here that this person needs to be grounded and calmed because there's something going on within them that they may not entirely share with you, but they would like to. They just don't know how. But this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If any of this resonated, let me know. And if you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading, sending you and your person so much love. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the green calcite, then we have a reading here for you about your person's higher self and the messages they have for you. Song that is coming through, well, it's not a song. I guess if you have to know what the song is, it's Shakira's Cohete with Raul Alejandro. But what is the lyric that keeps playing over and over again is La luna está pa que nos besemos. Essentially, the moon is there for us to kiss. So something about kissing under a moon or under a full moon, maybe. So you definitely see this person at night more, and it's definitely a romantic reading. I know I said at the beginning it could be romantic or platonic, so take it how it resonates. You can still leave out all the romance out of this. I feel like, or at the very least, I try to read that way. But we're going to look into your person's higher self. We're going to do that through the oracles to see exactly who they are, what they think of you, what's going on. And then we'll tap into the tarot. So let's start with Flamingo Spirit 26. Embrace the in-between. I'm getting situationship already. We have number 3, Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. Yeah. This is definitely somebody new, or somebody that you're taking it to a next level, but you really have to pace yourself. We also have Aquarius Wisdom, Innovation. A gate flies open. When a gate that was closed opens with no warning, one must be in the right place at the right time to step through. When new ideas emerge, open your mind to receive them, else they will recede unnoticed or unremembered. There's something about timing here. Like, I don't know if it was the right timing, or it's all about timing. Things will come in place when they need to. So especially if this is somebody new and you're not quite sure where you are yet, let it be how it is. Just know that when the opportunity strikes, take it, but let it be where it is right now. The Audacity card we have is the Fairweather Friend. This is somebody who's not always around. It could be a long distance relationship. It could be somebody that just pops in and out of town, is what I'm hearing. But like I said, situationship, especially with the fair weather friend. They themselves are not a fair weather friend. I'm letting you know that. This just lets me know that there's no permanency here. There's no sense of commitment. But this is somebody who is coming through with very good intentions, believe it or not. I feel like some of you fear that they are a fair weather friend, or that there's something else going on here, that they might have somebody else. So there's definitely a feeling here that you're not sure where you are with this person, but this person's higher self is coming through to say, everything's fine. I just cannot be everything right now for my person. So they cannot be everything to you right now, pile 3. I'm letting you know that. I'm going to go ahead and get a card from the I Am So Totally Into You deck to get a better view of how they see you. I feel sometimes like I have a map in my pocket that folds up and I pull it out and it's bigger than the table and there's 1,000 places to go with her. This is time waits. So yeah, because what I was thinking of is how, you know how people have a phone and they put in the GPS to get to somebody's place? This person shows up like in increments. You don't see them all the time. You definitely don't live with them. You definitely don't see them regularly, so I doubt you work with them, at least physically. And you could be friends, but you only see them from time to time. This could be like a weekend person I'm hearing, or somebody you just see whenever, you know, the occasion arises. Maybe you both like to go to conventions or something every few months, because I know there's people like that. They only get together at certain events and that's when it happens. So there's something about timing here, especially with the moon quote coming through at the beginning. Like the moon has to be in the right space. It's the same thing as like some event has to happen, because when I think of moons, I think of something that happens monthly. So maybe you only see them like a few times out of the month or something like that. But there is something here that this person would really like to go places with you. With set healthy boundaries, I feel like you had to make it very clear with this person what it was, because I feel like you both want to keep your options open because you know you can't be committed to each other. I feel like there's a bit of mirroring here as well, pile 3. There's a feeling here that you're not always there for each other because you can't be. Aquarius also makes me think of freedom, because Aquarius is, I'm not saying they're non-committal. Most Aquariuses I know are actually very committed people when they're in relationships. But there's definitely a sense of freedom here that you have to give each other. So I feel like whatever is going on here is actually very good. At least for what it is right now. This person really likes a lot about you. They like the openness that is here. They like that you're very open-minded. They also like that there's a possibility with you. Both cards here are looking forward. So whenever I see something looking in this direction, I think of the future. So they're looking forward to seeing you. They're looking to a future with you, or at the very least, the next time they get to see you. And the fair weather friend specifically makes me think that in the past, maybe they've tried a connection like this with somebody else and it didn't work out. Or maybe you tried it, pile 3. And whatever that situation was just very different. Maybe somebody expected more out of them, or they expected more out of it. But you both have grown and you now understand where to take this, where it needs to be taken. Because I definitely feel that this person likes to have fun with you. This person likes to go on adventures with you. You guys do the things you want to do in your own time. And it's just between the both of you. You don't really tell anybody except maybe your friends, if you have any, about this. But even then, I get a big feeling of secrecy here. Like you kind of both like that nobody knows what it is that you do. I'm not saying it's a sneaky link, or if it is, both of you don't have any other people. You might be dating other people, but again, there's no commitment. But there's something here about you and this person that just really clicks. Like this person is very intrigued in you. They could end up asking you to some sort of commitment. You could end up moving to where they move, or they move to where you move. Not because of you. They're going to make sure that there's a reason, another reason to move there. Like maybe for tax reasons, I'm hearing. Maybe they own a business, or maybe they can transfer to an area, to like a job location in your area, or vice versa. You could be the one looking forward to this. I feel like it's more them though, because they have a lot of freedom that you may not have. So I feel like this person is going to come in, and step by step, they're going to try things out. It's very experimental. Aquarius also lets me know that this is very experimental. They could be an Aquarius, of course. Maybe you're an Aquarius, but regardless, this relationship itself lets me know that there's a big in-between gray area. And therefore, that's why you have to set the boundaries. But it's also a good thing. Like it's helping you understand what boundaries are. So this is very interesting energy, pile 3. This is what they think of you. But you've definitely are intimate with this person. You could see this as a friend too if you want to keep it as friends, but there's definitely a sense that there's a little bit more intimacy here than just friends. Just letting you know that should you want to keep this platonic. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion because I'm very excited to see what's going on here. And likewise, I feel like there's a sense of excitement here. They really like to see you whenever they do see you, especially if you vacation in the same areas. Because there's something here about time off, like the weeks you have off from work, you spend together. So if it is long distance, you might decide to spend the weeks together. Or if you just end up being in the same areas, like again, if you're the type of person who goes from convention to convention, if you're a con person, or maybe you just travel for work and you happen to travel to the same places for work. It's that kind of energy. Or maybe you live in a town where their family lives, so they go there quite often, like for the holidays, and that's when you see them. But regardless, let's look at their energy. So this side is going to be their 3D self. This is going to be their human self, what's going on in their body, what's going on in their life. Middle card, the connecting card, it's going to be you, pile 3, and where you land in all of this. And this is going to be their higher self. More messages from their higher self. So let's go ahead and get cards for your person, for their 3D self. What's going on in the meat suit? 2 of Wands, they're always planning stuff. They're always looking forward. This person, if they do own their own business, they must be good at it because their head is always in the future. Page of Cups. Yeah, they like to hit you up. They like to, this is romantic interest, but they like the newness of it. It's like every time you guys see each other, there's something new to talk about. There's something new and exciting. Maybe one of the both of you like to change up your look, like your hair or your style. Or you always have something, there's something visual here that they're excited to see how you're going to look, which is why I keep getting conventions, because I think of people who dress up, there's always like a new costume they're showing off. Only take that if it resonates. It's just coming through very strongly. Let me know in the comments if I'm right about this. We also have the 2 of Cups. Yeah, they adore you. They definitely acknowledge that there's a friendship here at the very least. And the King of Cups, oh wow. They've definitely thought about committing to you, pile 3. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you know this. Maybe this is a question you've asked them. They've definitely thought about committing to you. That's why there's a potential here for them to want to take this to the next level at some point when the timing is right. There's something about the timing here. This is you, 7 of Swords. You suspect they're up to no good. I don't blame you, pile 3. I do see why you would think that they might have somebody else on the side, or that you're like a side person, because you don't see them enough. You know that you only speak to them through long distances or not too frequently. You have healthy suspicion here, and that's fair. And I feel like they themselves also understand that. But let's look at their higher self and what messages they have regarding you. You have the 6 of Wands. I like this. This definitely means they like you. When I see the 6 of Wands, this to me is like, they like the getting. The getting is good. So let's see what else is going on here. We have the 9 of Pentacles. They want to spoil you. I feel like they already might. They might send you flowers every now and then. They might send you something from afar. I feel like they like to buy you things that you need. Like if you have an Amazon wish list, they'll just order you stuff. And sometimes I feel like you think it's excessive. Believe it or not, like sometimes I think you're like, you might message and be like, hey, what is all this about? Especially because they like to do it by surprise. But they like to spoil you. What else is coming through? Ace of Pentacles. Planting the seeds here. Your guides have brought you together to start something quite interesting. This is meant to be long lasting. In fact, because we have so many pentacles already, I know this is going to be, it's going to be stable. Like it may not be official, but it'll be stable, if that makes sense. Like it's going to be long lasting. And let's get one more card from their higher selves. We have the Magician. Oh, I love this. The Magician is my favorite card. In fact, I love how these kind of coincide with each other. Like they all tell this story. This person is interested, but they don't know how to approach it because they're aware that they're very busy and they don't know how to, they're aware that you need somebody that's always there and they wish they could do that. They are definitely calling in their resources to see if they can move closer to you, to at the very least try this out. Or they might decide to do some kind of extended stay in your area. I'm not saying they're going to move in. Believe it or not, I don't think they want to move in with you. Or they wouldn't do it right away. Like they understand that you need space, they need space. But there's a feeling here they're going to try and see if they can move closer to you. especially if they have a job that allows them to do that. I feel like this person would, either they have their own business or they work for some company that allows them to move around a lot. So I get the feeling that this person understands how important you are, or they just really like your energy. They don't know how to describe it. They like your energy and they like what you do. They might know what you do as well. And even though it's not the biggest deciding factor in whether to keep you around, they really appreciate it. They understand that you yourself are also a great manifester, but they also want to steady and calm this suspicion that you have of them not being true. Like, honestly, I feel like they might overcompensate by giving you gifts or sending you certain messages, and maybe when you see each other, they definitely go all out. Like, you might get each other like a nice, no, this is them. They get you a really nice suite, or they take you out to like really nice dates. Like, they spend a lot of money and resources and time on you. And I feel like at one point you thought this was coming on too strong and you let them know this, and they back down a little bit, but they want to continue that because honestly, they're just smitten with you. I want to clarify this energy that you have. Back of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is you. So you're using your intellect, you're using your logic. You're like, well, logically, you live far away, I live far away, or maybe they're just not available. It depends on what far away is to you. I live in the States, so we could, in the US, you can live in the same state and like still be hours apart. In Europe, I know a few hours apart is another country. So it all depends on what you consider far away. For some of you, it could be an ocean. And for some of you, it could just be, a few hours worth of a drive. But regardless, there's a feeling here that you are looking at all the logical aspects of this. You also understand that if they want to keep their options open, then you should also be able to keep your options open. And yet there's something here that draws them to you. They just really like your energy. All this water energy in the 3D lets me know that they feel comfortable around you. They like how nurturing you are. They definitely love your body as well. I'm seeing that for sure. I love how these trees are intertwined. This to me is one of the more intimate Two of Cups cards out there. It's one of my favorite. So you definitely have chemistry, and I feel like they get excited to see you, and even if they don't understand it themselves, they understand it. Again, it doesn't matter where you see each other. I feel like wherever it is that you go together, you have like that place is a very special place in your heart, especially if you both vacation in the same place. Maybe you both like to go to vacation to the same area. Like maybe one of you has a vacation home there or something like that. So you meet each other in that area all the time, or you message each other like, hey, I'm going to be there this week. You want to meet up? It's that kind of energy where you just keep seeing this person. And there's just the biggest hint of commitment here, but it can't happen. So this person, their higher self, is gathering everything they can to make an opportunity in order to make it possible for them to at the very least get closer to you physically, because like the connection's already there. They already like you. There's already a sense of fun and energy and youthfulness, and you guys have fun. But what's putting a stop to this is the logistics, essentially. And I feel like you're the one who brought this up. Like, I feel like this person is okay being long distance, but you yourself are not pile 3, and that's okay. It's good to have standards. I think they like this about you. They like that you're willing to, that you just don't jump whenever they say so. I feel like in the past, people may have used them for their money. So the partners they would have had would have been okay being long distance as long as they sent them, a check every now and then or something like that, which is unfortunate. You, on the other hand, whenever you rejected a lot of their gifts or money or whatever, I don't think they sent you money. I think they just sent you gifts. You were like, what's all this about? Like, what's this? Like, thank you so much, but why? Like they like that you questioned it, because they have a hard time seeking somebody intelligent. They go for looks, they go for fun, they go for kindness. But when it comes to actual smarts, they forget about that, because it's fair that you don't need to be smart to be with them, but like they like that you are. Whatever it is that you do, pile 3, they admire that. They admire that you're not just a pretty face. They admire that you also use your brain. And maybe you yourself also like this about them. I think that's what keeps you coming back, is that they appreciate you in every sense. And they appreciate this even more. Honestly, this is the one thing that made them want to do things for you even more. This is the one thing that is making them think this is commitment material, because the Magician is Mercury energy. Mercury energy values more Mercury energy, which is what intelligence is, especially if they're an Aquarius. Aquarius has no problem being with people who are pretty, but they also need that mental stimulation. So I really love this energy. I actually like it. It's very realistic, and I feel like their higher self is like, yes, this is very good. We like that you're this way because they need somebody like this in their life. But again, there's no sense of the future. Even though they're always looking at the future, I'm not getting anything from the future yet because you are making sure you stay in the now. In fact, the Queen of Swords is looking this way. So you are looking at the future. What's underneath this? Three of Pentacles, collaboration. I like to see you two as these people. You're working together in order to create this a better dynamic, a better relationship, because I feel like it's really heading to a committed relationship here, but it has to work out. And then underneath this, Ace of Cups. I love this. I love this because there's definitely love here. I feel like this Ace of Cups has already happened, but it's going to be a renewal in this particular connection. Underneath that is the King of Pentacles. I don't take reversals, but I am seeing it as they're not able to be there for you all the time, but they want to. And we already have the King of Cups here, so they definitely are willing to commit to you emotionally. I feel like they already are. You already have their heart, pile 3. I don't think they really want to look at anybody else. I don't think they have the time, 1. And 2, you're just different. You hit different. The people they meet, they try to find, especially in the beginning of this relationship, they have tried to find somebody like you and they just cannot. Like, they don't know what it is. They want to say it's the intelligence. Honestly, I think it's because you have an energy about you that they just cannot find anywhere else. And they love this. So yeah, let's move on to some closing advice, as well as more messages from their higher self. Let's start with the Gods and Titans deck. For my pile 3, let's get a good god that like resembles their person's higher self. Hades, death. Oh, I love this. This person has had to go through many a transformation. And the myth of Hades and Persephone comes to mind because he only sees her for half of the year and the other half she spends with her mother. So, like I said, you only see them certain times out of the year. But Hades is very loyal and committed. He's one of the gods in the Greek pantheon that doesn't have a lot of mistresses, if any. I think maybe just one. And even then, it's like he's very committed, very loyal. But he also understands that he needs to let his lover go for half of the year because she's got other stuff to do. Likewise, I feel like this is the same thing. You guys come together when it's appropriate. I'm going to get a Spirit of Animals card. This is going to be how both of you are in this current relationship or connection. It's not, I feel like for some of you, it's not a relationship yet, or you wouldn't call it that. We have Owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. I was thinking of Harry Potter for some reason. Maybe the both of you are Potterheads, or you like that kind, you like that movie, book series. But I'm also thinking of like how Hogwarts happens sometimes. It's basically school, and I know they see each other every now and then. I'm thinking of, what's the couple? Is it Ron and Hermione? It's that kind of energy where they see each other from time to time. Or maybe you both just like those characters. I'm not sure. I'm not big on Harry Potter. Like, I'm not the biggest fan. That was what was being shown with this owl here. I also have 2 cards from my handmade oracle. This is handmade paper, so if it looks a little scrappy, that's why. And I'm not looking at these as okay, this one fell out. There is healing and laughter. So you both like to laugh with each other. You're definitely friends. And you definitely help each other heal as well. And then we have these 2 want to come out together. Oh, wait, there's 3. Okay. Lots of messages. Your eyes tell me more than your words ever could. They love your eyes. Yeah, eyes are very important here because even these owl's eyes, they're piercing. So there's something about your eyes here, and they love that they can, it's like you communicate without saying anything. I wish I didn't have these feelings and desires for you. Yeah, they wish they could move on, but I feel like at one point they were like, nah, if I just really like this person and I can't find anybody else like them, why not just take a chance on them? And then we have, I think, about kissing you a lot. What did I say? That kissing, I feel like you've definitely have both kissed. You've both kissed and they just can't stop. Like, they love kissing you. They love kissing you, and oh my god, pile 3, making me blush. Okay, let me get the Cupid Says oracle cards. These are going to be messages from their higher self towards you. Yeah, they just find you very healing. Very magical, very transformative too with Hades here. I feel like you've definitely changed this person, because I can imagine them talking to their mother or their father, like a parental figure. And I feel like mother, because there's something intuitive about this. And like even she's noting that this person has changed, especially if they see this person message you, like maybe they're at the dinner table and they're messaging and they're just like, who are you messaging with a smile? Like it's that kind of energy. Like people are noticing a difference in this person because of you. Let's get 3 cards. It's going to take time. Yeah, it's going to take some time for this to work out, but I feel like it's definitely heading in that direction. We also have for the rest of my life. Yeah, they would love to be with you for the rest of their life. That's all I'm going to say in that regard. And take the road take the road less trodden. Take the road less trodden. I'm hearing that, yeah, I'm hearing travel, but they want to travel less, if that makes sense. Yeah, they want to travel less, so they might move closer to you. And this might be a conversation they have with their parents as well. Like, yeah, I'm going to move here. They're like, why? And they're going to be like, work. But it's not going to be because of work. It's going to be, well, partially work maybe, and maybe because of you. Oh, back of the deck energy. I want you. They want you, pile 3. This person, very slowly but surely, is admitting that they're smitten with you. They're taking the respectful time, the respectful boundaries here. And it's going to take time, but it's there. It's there. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Sending you and your person so much love. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose this lovely golden healer, or no, honey calcite sphere, then we have your reading here for you about your person and messages from their higher self. So let's go ahead and look at the oracles that we chose for your person. This is going to give us a view into who they are, how they think of you, and what's going on within this connection. So we have Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold, number 4. We also have Aquarius material, revolution. The surface of the earth rolls. A surprising change can shift the ground beneath your feet. Respond with openness to new ideas and groundbreaking innovations. As old ways fall away, inner stability is required to change the outer world. We also have 2 of these. 2 of these nuts. I don't know why I blocked this, but let's just keep it here in case YouTube doesn't like it. But this person is going to come in out of nowhere. They're going to be very bold and fearless. They're coming through quite bravely. At least that's how you met them. I'm not sure who this person is, but their guides are... they try their hardest to keep this person in check, but it's hard. This person was born a leader, born a revolutionary. They like to make quite a fuss, but I also feel like they have a good sense of humor, especially with the 2 of D's, because they definitely believe they have a pair, like a big pair. And they take life on this way. Let me go ahead and get the I am so totally into you card for you, because I'm actually not getting much about you, except that they approach you without thinking because they like what they see. So let's go ahead and get a card for my pile 4. When someone loves you, the way they talk about you is different. You feel safe when he says your name. Jesse Scott, the intern. This person likes to say your name a lot. When they met you, when they learned your name, they probably said it a lot. That's what I'm hearing. They don't have to be an Aquarius, but they could be. So the energy is very interesting. This person might have ADHD or something like that, because they don't focus their attention on anything for too long. But when it came to you, they were very focused. They were like, I like that one, let me approach them. So I'm not sure where you met. I feel like it was somewhere like at a party or somewhere public where there was a lot of people, where they singled you out, and maybe somebody dared them to approach you. But I feel like it was the best decision on their part. They were glad that they took that dare, because it was like, I don't know, like they didn't expect to like you as much as they did. So once they got to know you and they saw that you lit up as much as they did, because I feel like you might have a similar personality, or at the very least you appreciate this sense of a brashness that they have. Like you like that they go for what they want and that they're not afraid of anything. And likewise, they like that you like that about them, believe it or not. It's a very interesting energy. They're very much a one track kind of mind. They don't have multiple things on their head at once. They like to think of one thing at a time. They take everything one thing at a time. The Badger is letting me know that they're very grounded, oddly enough. Like, they can just focus on one thing. So like I said, there might be some kind of what's it called, some kind of thing that is diagnosed there, but it works out in their favor because they're actually very successful. They've done very well for themselves regardless. Yeah, like they have a learning disability. They don't like to talk about it because they know it's there, but they don't care for that. Like, they don't like the label, and they don't like that they've had to be held back because of it, whether that was in school or in anything else, because they thought it was just so dumb, especially because once they became an adult, once they had the freedom to do more things, they were able to accomplish way more, and they really like that they've overcome this. I feel like that's a story they may tell you, and you yourself might enjoy this as well. But they definitely like what they see with you. Like, I'm being shown that you were shining. You may have been wearing something shiny, or maybe it was just your aura that they saw. Even if they don't typically see auras, they understood what that was when they saw you. They were like, oh yeah, that one shines, is what I'm hearing. So maybe, because like the scenario I'm being seen. Maybe you got used to being seen at this point, pile 4. But the scenario I'm being shown is that they're at a bar or something like that with their friends, and their friends are noticing that they're looking at you a lot, so they kind of dare this person to approach you. So it meant to start out as a joke, but the joke was on them because they ended up really liking what they saw here, or they ended up liking the conversation that happened. And I feel like you definitely decided to exchange numbers. It may have been for practical reasons. Maybe you both work in the same field or something, or maybe there was something a little bit more, it wasn't meant to be romantic, but I feel like you both really vibed, and it was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, you were both open to the romantic aspect, even though they may not have approached it that way. They may have lied to their friends and be like, yeah, I gave her my number because we're into each other. Like, but it was actually more about something else. Like, they didn't want to seem that they lost. This person has their eye on the prize. Like I said, they have a one-track mind, and if that track at this point was to not make themselves appear like a fool in front of their friends, that's what it was. But they weren't expecting the charm that came through here. So that's a very cute story of how you guys probably met. If that's not it, we do have 3 other piles. But this person definitely is very bold. Like, they got a pair, basically. They have a pair. They're not afraid of anything. I feel like you really like that, especially in a romantic partner. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but it can be. I feel like it could go either way here. But for you, pile 4, I feel like you really like that they were very bold and very straightforward with what they wanted. I feel like you're not used to this kind of energy, so you enjoy that this person is like that. Especially if you're used to people that are not. Maybe in the past you've been the one who has to initiate everything, and in this case it was them, so you definitely liked that. But you liked something. You might like the way they speak, you might like the way they talk, the sound of their voice. There's something here about conversation that is very important. I feel likewise they enjoy conversation with you. They find it very interesting. Like, there's a feeling here that you both could speak about anything for hours, and they really enjoy that. It's like you help them keep track of something, or they like what I'm hearing is that they like what you do to their mind, like soothe and stimulate it at the same time, which is something very odd. I don't think they've ever felt that before. I feel like this person doesn't really date around a lot. Like, they might find it difficult, or they might find it boring in some cases. Like, the dating aspect they find boring, but once they're in a relationship they really like that. But unfortunately they've had partners who just didn't really understand them, either because of whatever it is that they do for work takes up too much of their time, or like I said, that one-track mind does not allow for them to be able to keep up with like many text messages or a lot of things. I feel like they've had partners that have had to pick up for them, and they're aware of this. Like, they know that that's what happens, but they don't like it. But they also can't help it. That's just how they think. I feel like this is something they really work on, especially with you, because there's just something different about you. That's all I'm going to say. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot, because I'm really interested in seeing what else is coming through. Because even their higher selves, their guides, they don't have a lot, believe it or not. Their guides are aware that if they had too many, they would be overwhelmed. So I'm hearing a total of like 3 to 4 guides at any given time is what they have. And their higher self is, oh, wrong deck. Their higher self is also kind of one track. They don't feed too much into them. So the fact that we're trying to tap into their energy right now is kind of it's also very precise. Like, their guides are making sure that I'm saying the exact things that need to be said. just because they're used to having to feed this information to this person like that. They're not very spiritual. They don't tap into this a lot, but when their guides do come through, which they do, this is how it is. So we're going to do the 3D and then the 5D. The middle card is going to be you and where you are within all of this pile 4. So for your person, let's get 4 cards. We have the Queen of Cups. Emotional nurturing is important to them, and you provide this for them. They like it. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Yeah, they just really like you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You both probably feel rather comfortable with each other too. Let's see. We also have the Two of Swords. Communication could be a little bit on and off with this person, depending on what's going on. They might have a very busy job or a job that just takes up a lot of their concentration. Also have Two of Pentacles, but they do like to balance you out with everything else. So I definitely feel this person really likes you. Like, there's no denying that. They put you on a pedestal, because look how this knight is looking up at the queen. They feel a little bit beneath you. They may think you're out of their league. But again, it's only in their head, because again, they think there's something wrong with them because of how they think or something like that, which is not the case. Let's get a card for you, pile. Okay, 9 of Wands. You're a little bit on the defense here when it comes to this person, because you're aware that it's not perfect. You're aware it's not perfect because I feel like you would prefer somebody who's always there. But this person really likes you. Let's get more cards from their higher self regarding this. We have the Devil. Ooh. If you haven't already, they definitely think about you in very intimate ways. I think I have to cover this. Okay. We also have the Ten of Cups. They would like to see a future with you. It's funny how that came out. They would like to see a future with you. I feel like it's not very committed yet. Like, you may have only gone on a few dates, or you're in a very non-committal stage in your connection. We also have the Four of Swords. They think about you a lot when they dream or when they meditate. I feel like this person does implement some sort of meditation to help them concentrate. It's very practical though. It's not spiritual, it's very practical. And they find their thoughts going to you, maybe because you also meditate and have told them how it is that you do this. Page of Pentacles. You've definitely shifted them for the better. You've started new practices within them, especially with this meditation thing, to help them better their concentration, and their higher spirits, their higher guides are coming through to say that they're very grateful for this, because otherwise they would not have gotten this person to do this, because this person kind of doesn't always listen to the good advice that is given. But whenever you have good advice to give, they listen, they take it to heart, partially because they just really admire you. Back of the deck energy, we have Three of Swords. Yeah, So there's heartbreak here. I'm not sure if that's your part or on their part, but there's a feeling here that you're enjoying this for what this is right now, you know? But there's some past wounds that won't let either of you move forward. Especially you, pile 4, because this is you, the Nine of Wands. Like I said, you're on the defense. You don't know where this is going to go. But I feel like you have fun with this person. You definitely enjoy it. Something about when you found out that they only approached you as a dare, because I feel like they did let that slip, kind of threw you off. It may have given you the ick or something. So I could see why you're this way, but this person really ended up liking you quite a lot. I'm not sure if you've been intimate with this person. I'm getting no, but they do think about it. They do fantasize about it. I feel like this person just likes to flirt with you a lot, or they like to talk to you. I'm seeing more conversation than flirt. Honestly, I don't think this person knows how to flirt, or they don't flirt too often. But this person definitely imagines a future with you, or what you could both have. But at the same time, you're very self-aware, pile 4. You know that you couldn't give them everything they wanted. You know that there's something there that is preventing the both of you from getting together. I'm not sure what that is, but I definitely feel that even though you're very emotionally nurturing to them and they really like your conversation, there's something impractical about this, and you kind of have to put up your boundaries. You set these boundaries. And honestly, I feel like even if you told them no, they wouldn't listen, if that makes any sense. I kind of don't like that aspect. Or maybe they just don't give up hope. Like, maybe they do understand and you said no, but they still have hope that sometime in the future they might try to come back to contact you and be like, hey, how is it going? Do you want to go out? Like that kind of energy. I feel like this person might want to keep giving it a shot. Like they just really like the impression you left on them. Yeah, I feel like this person pops in and out of your life. What's underneath the Three of Swords? Page of Wands. Youthful energy here. There could be an age gap. Three of Wands. Looking forward to the future. They're always looking forward to the next time they can see you. But there's a feeling here that their higher self kind of admits that this person has some bad habits that they refuse to stop. I'm not sure why that is though. If it's not a learning disability, they just could be very set in their ways and refuse to change. But they definitely put you up on a pedestal. They imagine what it would be like to be with you or what you could both accomplish together. And they think about you when they meditate. I feel like you introduced them new methods of meditating, and their higher guides, their higher spirit guides are they're very much grateful for this. This person is not very spiritual, only to an extent. I feel like they only take on meditative practices, again, for practical reasons. And I feel like this is where you kind of fell off, because even though you sensed the admiration, you felt that they really liked you, there was just something about them that gave you the ick, essentially. Like you were like, maybe not. But you definitely appreciated the time that you had together, however brief it may have been. But they will not stop thinking about you, pile 4. I'm going to be honest. I feel like if given the opportunity, they would take you up on it at any time. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like this person's always up for you. I'm not sure why. Like I said, I don't think they date around a lot. So like their options, their roster is literally like 3 people and you're one of them, probably at the top of their list or something like that. But we'll see what the messages have to say here. Because I'm seeing that they're very interested, but you would probably want to keep it friends or something. Because, again, you're seeing that you have to have your defenses up. You have to set up boundaries. Maybe the way they understand things isn't the same as how you understand them. So let's go on to the Gods and Titans deck, if you're still here with me. So let's get a good God card for them. But it's very brief how this came through. This might be somebody you only knew for a very brief moment in time. We have Vishnu, balance. Yeah. I'm getting a sense that there was a lack of balance here, or that balance needed to be had because there wasn't. There's also a sense here that, because I'm seeing all his hands, this person had their hand in a lot of things. They were probably very busy. They had other stuff going on. You knew that they wouldn't have the time for you, or that they couldn't give you exactly what you wanted. I'm going to get a card from the Spirit of Animals deck to see how your relationship is, where you both are together in a sense. We have Humpback Whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. So singer lets me know that, maybe you're both singers. Maybe this is how you know each other. Or maybe you met each other at some kind of musicians meeting. Maybe, the bar, yeah. Maybe you were singing karaoke or something like that. But there's definitely a feeling here that you both might enjoy music as well. Maybe you have similar music tastes. Something about music and or singing is coming through here, very literally. But I'm also thinking of humpback whales and how they travel. Because there's something here about traveling. I'm not sure why. This person might travel a lot. Maybe you travel a lot. Maybe that's part of the reason you know it wouldn't work out. It's just all the travel. I am going to read from the book for Vishnu though, because I don't really know much about him, other than he's a Hindu god. Maybe that's one of the places this person travels to, is India. If I can find it, my God. Rectifying imbalance in your body, mind, and soul reduces suffering and pain. The middle path is the best course of action. I feel like this person likes to overdo it. Whatever it is that they do, they overdo it. So when it came to giving you attention, they gave you too much attention. Or when it came to not giving you attention, they were just gone and you couldn't contact them. So there's something about a lack of balance here. Because I know it says balance, but there's a lack of it here. So whatever this is, I feel like you just knew it wouldn't work out, so you kind of withdrew because you didn't want to waste this person's time. And that's good on you, pile 4. But I still feel like you think about them if they're popping up in this reading for you. Let me go ahead and get a card from my handmade oracle. This is handmade paper. It's difficult to shuffle because it's very crafty looking. Crafty looking. A little raggedy looking, but I like that. Okay, we have, I am beyond grateful and absolutely blessed. Yeah, whatever few moments you had, whatever information you may have received from them, I feel like you're very grateful for it. We also have, are we both ready for this love? Yeah, you questioned yourself a lot whether you were ready for this or not. And I feel like you answered this yourself whenever you decided to have some sort of separation. Same thing with this person. I don't think this person is ready for you, essentially. They're not ready for you. I don't know if they ever will be, because you're something different all entirely. They need somebody who's definitely more willing to meet their needs. It's not narcissism, but this person has a lot of very specific needs that I don't think you'll be able to fulfill. And then some cards from the Cupid Says Oracle, more cards from their higher self, and anything else they would like to say. To the moon and back. Yeah, they like you. They just really like you. Like, I kind of get that. But I'm also thinking of travels because of the moon. Traveling to the moon. Maybe they've been to space. Maybe they will be to space. Maybe that's one of their things. Who knows? Or they may work on rockets or something. I am yours. Yeah, they like you, pile 4. Even if you kind of are not that interested, at least not right now. Or you know it wouldn't work out. We also have, this is not just a phase. Yeah, they're going to keep coming back. In fact, moon and phase lets me know that something about a moon here is coming through. They might be a Cancer. They might, you might see them on a monthly basis or from time to time. I'm going to get one more. Why am I crying? Yeah, they have a hard time accepting that you just rejected them. Because I feel like you rejected them in a very friendly and easy way, pile 4. Good on you. Back of the deck, be patient. I'm not sure if this person will ever get their stuff together, and if they do, maybe it might work out, but I feel like you are just looking for something else at this moment. It's like you get that there's love there, but you know that this isn't it. It's not meant for you right now, at the very least. There's something here about this person just not having exactly whatever it is. They may not be giving you enough attention. I feel like I said, it's not narcissism, but it looks like it can be. Because this person has a one-track kind of mind, you feel like they won't be able to give you the exact kind of attention that you need. You need somebody who pays attention to detail, and this person can't, at least not when it comes to this kind of situation. So I feel like you both have agreed to remain friends, or at the very least, that's what you have told them. Whether they listen or not, I feel like they probably don't, because look at all these cards about being smitten with you. They are definitely into you, but it's off balance. They like you way more than you like them. And I feel like there's going to be a flashpoint where you have to really tell them, I am not interested, I am sorry. And honestly, it's going to upset them, but they have to accept this. So this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 4. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm sorry this isn't the reading you may have wanted to hear, but maybe you needed to. Regardless, if you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Take care.